Something doesn't fit in San Antonio. A young, rebuilding team brimming with talent, but seemingly unsure of what to do with it. And among the names that stand out the most is David Jones-Garcia, a player who has done everything possible to earn his spot, but who still hasn't received any real minutes in the rotation. Every time he steps on the court, he delivers. He gives his all, plays with energy, defends, runs, and, above all, makes it clear he wants to be there. Even so, new coach Mitch Johnson isn't giving him the opportunity that, at this point, many believe he's earned. His numbers may not jump out at you, but if you look at the impact per minute, the story changes. Jones has demonstrated efficiency, a good reading in transition, and a defensive intensity that the Spurs have lacked for several stretches of the season. And that leaves many wondering, what more does he have to do to earn the coaching staff's trust? In a recent interview, David Jones-Garcia spoke sincerely. He didn't attack anyone, he didn't complain, but he left a powerful message. "I work every day. I give my all. Every time I come in, I try to do things well. But if I don't get minutes, I can't show what I'm capable of." A simple phrase, but laced with frustration. The frustration of a player who's doing things well and yet still watches games slip by from the bench. Since Greg Popovich left the position and became president of basketball operations, the Spurs have undergone a complete transition. Mitch Johnson, his successor, is trying to build a new, more dynamic, more modern identity. But in that process, it seems some players are paying the price for the experiment. Johnson has kept his rotation short, relying on young players who were already integrated into the system last year. However, that has left out players like David Jones-Garcia, who could provide exactly what San Antonio needs: energy, defense, and mentality. Sources close to the team say Jones has been one of the most consistent players in training camp. He stays focused, doesn't create drama, and is always ready when called upon. Even so, according to several analysts, Mitch Johnson still hasn't figured out how to fit him into his tactical scheme. And it's curious because the Spurs need depth in their rotation. They've struggled with consistency and sometimes lack that spark that changes the pace of games. A spark that Jones has shown every time he comes on, even if it's just for a few minutes. The fans have already taken notice. On social media, many are demanding he be given more playing time, arguing that his defensive intensity and effort are contagious for the team. Some have even compared his case to other young players who went unnoticed in San Antonio until they finally left and shined elsewhere. And that's the fear, that history will repeat itself, that David Jones-Garcia ends up finding success on another team simply because he was never given a real opportunity here. But if there's one thing that defines David Jones-Garcia, it's his mentality. He doesn't give up, he doesn't complain, and he keeps working with the same passion. He knows his time will come, and when it does, everyone will remember this silence, the silence of the player they didn't want to listen to. The Spurs are building for their future, but perhaps they're ignoring a piece that could be part of that same future. And in the end, time will put everything in its place. What do you think? Is Mitch Johnson making the right decisions, or are the Spurs wasting David Jones-Garcia's talent? Leave it in the comments below, because this story is just beginning.